You are already that which you want to be, and your refusal to believe this is the only reason you do not see it. But what if you don't know what you want to be? Your past has already determined who you are. Trapped in a world you didn't choose. A self that learned only to endure. The world drastically shifts around you. There is no becoming, only survival. Survival comes first. But beneath all of it, something stirs within us. What do we survive for? Purpose. This is something that people have talked about and will talk about forever. We've all felt the ebb and flow of it throughout our lives. Naturally, there are times we feel devoid of it, and times where we feel strongly connected to it. Times where you want to be the best at something, or times where it's as simple as finishing a task. It can feel overwhelming, but purpose can really be distilled to one thing: direction. When we're lost, sometimes it helps to give yourself a small purpose just to get yourself back on your feet. And sometimes that purpose lands in your lap before you're ready for it. Look at what they are, apply yourself to them, and parse out your true desire. Think beyond survival. Don't move in a direction chosen for you. Because at the root of it all, beneath any goal, survival, or purpose, lies desire. If you're in an environment that doesn't cultivate that, be receptive to whatever signs the world or what is within yourself offer. Trust that the desire is still there, even when it's quiet. When we lose that direction, that purpose, we often become singularly focused on never losing it again. To be flexible and in tune with your desire is to understand that the path matters much less than the honesty of what you're chasing. You can only follow what you're willing to see, and what you're willing to see lies in how well you know yourself. Look at what it is that you're chasing. Purpose reveals who you are. Then, what is the cost of chasing one thing, one purpose, without ever asking how you fit into the picture? The cost. The phoenix is born again and again, stronger every time, but nonetheless consumed by flame. The more you desire, the more is asked of you. This is how resolve is tested. This is how the cost of purpose is paid. It feels more comfortable as a result to give up before we need to sacrifice, even if it is for something we want. Is comfort worth settling for? Or is it worth walking on the hot coals for something more? How far is far enough before it's right to give up? These questions matter, but they only work when you know what you're sacrificing. The danger does not lie in paying the cost, but in paying it without realizing what you're offering. Because the quietest surrender in pursuit of a single purpose isn't the time, comfort, or even relationships. It's the self. The wounds you carry, the desires that have nothing to do with the goal. All of it gets set aside, first temporarily, then permanently. When we become complacent, we have no avenue for growth. Yet when we run too far, we lose sight of what we're running for. There are things worth bleeding for, but the cost of purpose runs deeper when burdened with neglect. Why can the present feel so suffocating, even when in balance with our goals? Seems like you need an interpreter and a lawyer. Unresolved. Coming of age, the moment that prepares us to become the person we wish to be. It's an experience universal enough to have shaped an entire genre of storytelling. Here we see the story of a man who was stripped from that moment. Pain turned into detachment. And yet, from the outside, all we see is a man who keeps moving. A man who can take on the world. But beneath it all, the mind repeats. Fight or flight. Fight or flight. Fight or flight. Even when the danger is past, the pattern is learned. The body echoes the words. The exits are there, but go unseen by those who carry their past burdens indefinitely. What happens to people who aren't allowed their moment, their own character? Their insight narrows, their hope diminished. Injuries are left untreated, becoming permanent scars on our skin. Vision clouds, and the willingness to ask how much we perpetuate this ourselves gets lost entirely. We become a living echo of what wounded us. That's why we seek others, and why true self cannot be achieved alone. The people who can come together with us for what we can't face alone. They help transform trauma into the most valuable lessons. Lessons that make us warmer, more aware, a teacher to those who come after, a path to a better future, a better self. A hardship overcome is a chance to end the cycle, a chance to be reborn. There's an impulse to keep moving, to treat stillness as a failure. The feeling that we may burden others if we try to mend our past by talking about it. So we bury it and we continue on. Before we realize it, we're walking on a broken path. And a future built on a past of disrepair is bound to collapse. Now, Your Honor, all my client here is trying to say is that he wants to file your wife. Now, is anything really wrong with that? Now, why the hell would you go and say that? Absolutely heinous. This guy's a lost cause. I'm out of here. Where's my gun? The collapse. Ruin. The most devastating moment in our lives. When we give all we can, when our strength finally gives in, and it all falls at our feet. Collapse is dramatic. It feels like it happens all at once. But a step back at any point reveals the cracks that were formed. From here, purpose is lost. The cost paid. Nothing feels resolved. We are left in the rubble of what we tried so hard to build. When everything is built on a single foundation, a foundation of just making it through to the end. A collapse means an entire identity is erased. But now, you can finally look at what's left and ask, how much of this was actually me? Because collapse can be so much more than mere destruction. In collapse, vision is cleared. In collapse, a weight is lifted. All that remains is the truth, painful, but visible. With composure we can grasp it and realize there is never a moment where all is lost. The wreckage cannot lie. It becomes a reflection of what the building was for, and reveals if it was ever truly yours. To fall apart completely is one of the most honest reflections of a person possible. No longer are we holding on to what is comfortable, but is keeping us afloat. The protection of a building not of our making can finally make way for the truest healing possible. For the first time, what comes next is for you to decide. Stop right there, evildoer. In the name of justice. It's not fair. I have to remember what my master taught me. Something about being honorable. Power within. Wait. I'm afraid it's over for you now. You'll regret having crossed paths with me, Salvation White. Never yourself. Rebuilding. As we look upon what's left, when the grief has settled enough to see clearly, we can finally think of what comes next. The things that worked, the things that didn't, we pick up the pieces and start to work. The next step is not a race. It does not need direction. All you need is an image of yourself. An image that does not lean on expectation or some perceived goal, but an image that can exist anywhere, at any time. Who are you when you're left alone? Who are you when everything asks for you? We are more than our circumstances. We are beyond what breaks us. With what remains, we build ourselves upward, stronger than before. Hand in hand, we make structures that hold each other up. A town that never falls. The fear of reaching out is what makes new beginnings weaken. To focus only on your own creation is to limit yourself and leave others without a foundation to stand on. There is no mistiming to rebuild. Coming of age happens when your awareness heightens, and a trauma faced is overcome regardless of when you finally face it. You don't need to get to the point where you don't feel the pain anymore. The point to reach is one where you can stand tall on your own 2 feet, on something you've rebuilt in your own image, on something that is finally yours. Every journey transforms you. It comes with many emotions, many sacrifices. And when enough is weathered, you reset. But with that reset is a new you. You no longer have to think of the future. All that's left is who you are now. I am is the most powerful phrase you can hold. Repeat it, and you strengthen what you are becoming. In the end, there's so much more to gain than that which is left behind when you experience the loss of self.